Yeah, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. About to run through a end of the season recap for the first time in 2025 for the CFB league that we're in. I know I also haven't done this for Madden, I don't think either. But yeah, man, we just got the dub in the Big Ten championship game against Ohio State. No disrespect to them, but I would say it was a rivalry, but it's really not because I won every time, right? We are the four consecutive times we've won the Big Ten championship. And I've been in this league 4 years. So we get over to the. I actually want to go through the coach first. Is it under contract? I believe, maybe. Yeah. Um. So here we are in this season. This is season 6. We just wrapped up the regular season for season 6. Got the championship in the bag already at 13-0. Right. We're, I believe, the number one seed for the playoff. I hope, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, we're coming off a 2028 season where we went 16-0 and won the Natty. We got the first national championship for the University of Oregon with Haloti Nada as our coach, as you can see on the screen right there. Bop, 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 bop. Yeah, 16-0 season was Cinderella, man. Um, I want to say we went through. I'm not gonna call it a gauntlet, right? I'm not gonna call it a gauntlet, but we went through the guy who won the Natty in season 2 and season 3. So that's going to be this 2025 and 2026 seasons, right? So he won the national championship in these 2 seasons, and then I beat him in the Natty in this season. So there's that, and I believe that that is definitely the University of Tennessee. Good user. We just had a better game plan, right? If we backtrack to 2027, again, we did win the Big Ten championship here, but we were knocked out. I want to say, I want to say it was the second round of the playoff. Eh, yeah, no, I'm lying. So if we won 12 games, or there's 12 games in the regular season, we won one. So that means I had at least 10 wins. We won the conference championship. That's my 11th win. And we lost first round. All right, bet. There it is. That's what happened in 2027. In 2027, there was a user in the league that had the University of Auburn. Unfortunately for him, he did have death in the family, and he just like left all leagues, right? So in this 2027 season, I played that University of Auburn team early in the season. I want to say it was anywhere between week 1 through 3, um, and he got the dub. I want to say he maybe won by like 14, but he's a really strong user. It's one of those guys that I hadn't beaten. Um, that I hadn't beaten in any Madden game, Madden or CFB, right? Um, so yeah, we lost to him early in the season, and then we lost to him in the playoff, which is very unfortunate, right? But it is what it is. We went on to the next season. We actually got a dub on him early in this season as well. Um, I believe I was the home team in this occasion, and we got the dub. Obviously, we went 16-0, so we won. So there's that. Our first full season in the league, which is this 2026 season, we went all the way to the playoff. We won our conference championship. We won our first round matchup. We won our second round matchup, and I believe we were one game away from going to the Natty when we lost to Oklahoma State. Another good user that had been competing for the national championship. I believe he was in the Natty in this first or second season. I'm not 100% sure which one it was, because obviously I wasn't here. Right, my first season with this in this league was 2026. Um, this season, this 9-4 season, I'm not sure what the last user had going on, who it was, or whatever the case may be, but they were no longer here at the end of the season, and that's when I took over this team. But luckily for me, that guy did have a top 5 recruiting class. So recruiting is one of the best parts of this CFB 2025, and it's probably the thing that got me into the game more than the gameplay. And then I started to like the gameplay more and more over time. But we'll get into the roster now and go over a couple things with the team, right? So let's go to roster. We got our pretty stacked team, bro. 93 overall, which is kind of insane. Kind of insane, to be honest. Considering that we can't uh, you know, I guess cater the way we want to as far as like player progression. It's all random and all that good stuff. It is what it is, but you know, this is the first quarterback that we brought in to the team. Tyrion Lannister. Yes, I know, Game of Thrones reference, blase, blase, blase. You can edit the player names, right? And this quarterback's been pretty damn good, but he wasn't our first quarterback that we actually used in this league. We'll get to him in a second, but this is Tyrion Lannister, man. 87 overall. He's got one more bar to unlock as far as accuracy goes. Hopefully, when he unlocks this, hopefully, fingers crossed, he gets a massive throw under pressure update. That would be ideal. Medium throw would be awesome if it gets to 85, 86 overall. I'm cool with that. But that throw under pressure, I need that, bro. I need that. But he's got all the good abilities, man. He's got 93 speed. He's got the gold magician ability. Throwing around would be nice to go up as well to at least get to silver, but we'll see. He's got the silver extender, silver off platform. Now, I will say this, right? For the entire time I had this quarterback, freshman year started, sophomore year started, and won the Heisman, right? And this is now his junior year. He just wrapped up the regular season. He had one bar available for power that entire time. And he's been at 93 throw power that entire time. And he did not get a throw power upgrade. I'm so tight about that, bro. Because if you go to the physicals and look at the bottom, he is one attribute point away from unlocking gold off platform. Thought he would have got it, but it is what it is, man. He's also 1 point away from unlocking gold extender and two attribute points away from unlocking gold option king. Like, come on, EA. Help me out. But in any case, man, he did, like I said, he did win the Heisman last season. 42 touchdowns, only 14 picks. 14 picks is kind of high, to be honest. But I'm still learning this game, to be honest, bro. I'm using a custom playbook in this league, so um, sometimes my play calls are all over the place, but we are still completing 76%, which is great. 273 yards per game last season, only 260 this year, but there's good reason for that decrease in patch production. Um, and then we had a crazy rushing year as well. 20 rushing touchdowns. He's also our Wildcat quarterback or Wildcat running back last season. Not so much this season, but he still turned in 13 rushing touchdowns. So, unfortunately, in CFB, whenever you take a sack, it counts against your rushing stats. So, honestly, let's see how many sacks we took. Yeah, we took 25 sacks the first 2 seasons. Exactly. That's kind of wild. And then only 18 this year. But without those sacks, our rushing numbers are closer to maybe 8 or 900 yards for this season, and maybe close to 500, maybe 550 for this season, right? So, unfortunately, that's just the way that the stats are counted in college football. But it is what it is. That's our QB. That's our guy. Hopefully, he can continue on winning and get us another national championship. That'd be dope to go back to back. Um, Here we go. Another Game of Thrones reference. Bobby Baratheon. This is our guy, man. I've been waiting to use this guy for 2 seasons. Mainly because the starter that we had when we brought in this running back. So in the same class that we recruited him and got him on the team, we also brought in a transfer running back from I think Delaware or Old Dominion or something like that. It was one of those schools that begin with a D. But Buddy had Platinum Shifty, and he was the starter, bro. Like, he was the starter. Bobby Baratheon sat on the bench for a couple years. Um, he played sparingly, but if you take a look at his stats, like he wasn't getting much bump, bro. Like 40 carries and 54 carries in his first 2 years. But when he got the ball in his hands, he did do his thing. We are a very efficient running team. This year he is a starter. He's close to 1,000 yards. Got 16 rushing touchdowns. All good stuff. He's got a fumble, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. If we take a look at his traits here, he's got fight for yards. He's got high motor. He's got cover ball for all hits. This is a dominant running back, bro. And then he's got all the bells and whistles, like all the abilities that you could ask for a power back are all there. Um, let's start with the mentals. First of all, the mentals. The natural, improved ability to resist weather impacts. That means he's not slipping on cuts. That means he's not fumbling and all that good stuff in the rain. All good things to have. And then winning time, increased composure late in games. Oh my gosh. That came into play in this conference championship game versus Ohio State because it was definitely a close game in the fourth quarter. I think I was only up 14 at one point, and in that fourth quarter, he broke off two runs, bro, where he just like dominated folks. Um, but yeah, his physical abilities. Unfortunately, again, we can't choose which abilities they unlock. We can't choose what attributes they upgrade and all that stuff. But with another season of training, I'm pretty sure he's gonna unlock all of these abilities to gold, which essentially he already qualifies for. He qualifies for gold head first. He qualifies for at least bronze workhorse. He qualifies for gold downhill. He qualifies for gold armbar. Man, like he's already dominant. Add all that again, like just adding on to the probability of him breaking tackles is just dope. But yeah, pretty good running back. And again, our first 5-star that we brought in, that was the top of our board, highest priority. Second highest priority, I'll skip over the wide receivers for now, but our second highest priority was Theo Lemur. He was I want to say 5-star and star dev. Yeah, there we go. 5-star, star dev. Now this is one of those things where I feel like this was a mistake. Um, and not to say he's a bad player. He's not a bad player at all. He's an 88 overall, 90 with this boost here. And the only thing that I say is a mistake is that I recruited a agile left tackle, in which his ability role, he just doesn't qualify for all the stuff that would make him an elite left tackle, right? He doesn't have high impact block. It's only 81, so he's not qualifying for second level or screening force. So that's two abilities he's never going to get, right? He's probably never going to get option shield, which is improved option blocking. Really unfortunate, right? He also doesn't qualify for outside shield silver. Like he's got the bronze one, but I need to be a little higher, bro. But he does have platinum quick drop, which is great against quick jumps, the defensive line ability. So that's good. That is good. I do like this O line rally. I feel like if I do run the ball and get success on early runs, my composure for my offensive line is great. So they're pretty much set for the rest of the game if I can get a couple early good runs and get some pancakes, right? But as far as his ratings go, he's not completely capped out yet. He can get better as far as IQ. He can get better as far as quickness, which would be insane. He's already 79 speed and 90 acceleration. This guy can damn near play tight end, right? He can get a little bit better as far as run blocking and pass blocking. He's got one slot away for both of those things, as well as footwork. But power is where he's lacking. Not in strength. It's just that impact block rating, man. Like, damn, I wish it was a little bit higher. Like, if that was 91 instead of 81, he'd be elite. But yeah, that's our guy. Um, I'll get back to the O line in a second, but I do need to go over wide receivers, right? So, very interesting thing about our wide receiver core is that, well, this guy was here when I got the team, but he was our starting running back our first season. That's the crazy thing about college football that I do like a lot is that you can mix and match players and play them wherever you want to play them. And typically they'll get better over time, right? So this guy was an elusive back, and he had a pretty decent season as a freshman, right? Um, and this is just his receiving numbers. He's close to 1,000 yards this season, taking over as the slot wide receiver. These 2 years he played the Z, and then, like I said, his freshman year he played as a running back, had 25 catches out of the backfield, 4 touchdowns, right? This year, 754 rushes on the ground, 10 rushing touchdowns. He did fumble 3 times, which sucked, but it's a pretty decent running back, right? But like I said, we did bring in Bobby Baratheon. We had that transfer running back that came from like Delaware or whatever, um, and that pushed him over to wide receiver because he was still special enough to get him on the field um, and let him play, right? And I did like the guy. I liked him, like the way he moves, pause, and all that good stuff. And here's another position change guy, Dragonfly Jones, which is our quarterback that again came with the team. Um, and he had a up and down season as a true freshman, right? Now he was an athlete athlete quarterback, and we started him his first year. Started him at QB the first year, and we'll get over to his passing stats. And there you go, 39 touchdowns, 3,600 yards, but we had 24 interceptions. Early in the release, I'm typically throwing a lot more interceptions than I do later in the year, just because I'm, you know, testing the game. Kind of like testing the limits of what I can do. Now, as you can see right here, this was the second season with the league in the league, and this was the first game of the season. We played against that Auburn team that I said we lost in the playoffs to. This was the first game of the season on the road in Auburn, and it was bad. It was bad. This is all the stats from that one game, and this was the last time I used him at QB because I realized the deficiencies of him as a player, which is unfortunate, man. We did have three touchdowns, but we lost the game on having three interceptions. We took 5 sacks, only completed 57% completion percentage in that game. Now, we did have 89 yards rushing, but we also had two fumbles. So, that was unfortunately Dragonfly Jones's last game as the starting quarterback for the University of Oregon. Um, yeah, after that, we sat him down for the rest of the year. Because we can't do position changes mid-season, and not like severely tank the guys overall and stuff like that. I did learn that early in other leagues. We kept him at QB for the year. I think he played in one more game, yeah, and then we redshirted him. We redshirted him for this season. We had every intention of moving him to wide receiver the next year because we knew he was an athlete quarterback, right? So we moved him to QB this year in 2028, and that's when he blossomed into a wide receiver. He had 1,000 yards, almost 1,100 yards, and 8 touchdowns as a wide receiver, playing the X position in the offense. Um, Now he also had a really good running mate in the slot that year, and our tight end's pretty good as well. So he was one on one a lot. And if we take a look at his abilities, he's got 50-50 or platinum 50-50 as his ability, his main ability here. 98 spec catch. So that was our guy. This guy here, Emmanuel Valerio, was on the team when I took over, and he's just been the 99 speed guy that just sits there and threatens folks. Like people see they like if somebody was to go and scout my roster before they play me, they're like, "Oh, you got a 99 speed guy." Prior to this season, I had three 99 speed guys. So they were probably thinking, "Oh, I'm just back my guys up and just hope he doesn't bomb me." But I barely use this guy. Um, Brady Cager, one of the guys that I recruited in the first class. I recruited him because he had the bronze shifty ability. I'm like, all right, cool. He can get better and maybe get like platinum, and he can't. He's been completely capped out for two full seasons. Completely capped out. He's got 17 skill points just wasting away because he's completely capped out. So that's another reason, another I guess segue into my coach build, which I have used my last couple coach points, my last couple upgrades on the architect coaching tree. And for that architect coaching tree, I'll actually go to that. I'm going to be all over the place in this video. It's going to be a long ass video, by the way, as well. So, but here's our coach build for this team, and this is the most recent upgrade that I've made for my squad. And this limitless is a chance to increase a random skill cap when leveling up. I wish I would have unlocked this a lot sooner. Um, I've been heavy into recruiting. Um, as you can see, this is where our most of our coach points have been spent. I've been heavy into recruiting. We got elite recruiter. We have had three top five recruiting classes. One that I didn't have anything to do with, and two that I did. And it's going to be a third this time as well. So it's going to be a fourth straight top five recruiting class, which is crazy. Um, it's just funneling all the talent through Oregon, man. But like I said, we have spent a lot of our resources into recruiter, and I really wish I would have spent a little bit more over here. So the next time I get a like the plus 10 for coach points, we're definitely going to spend it over here. It's likely going to go to offensive line or maybe QB. I feel like offensive line I would do first just because it's you get more bang for your buck. And if your offensive line can all get to like the top tier of the abilities, that's clutch. That's on a like you're borderline Georgia at that point, right? Um, and then the next one might be D line, right? The next one might be D line. So I'm gonna need 16 points here and 16 points here and another 16 points here because these are the positions that have the most players at those positions. So you got five offensive linemen that's gonna start. You maybe got seven others that's backups, right? So with D line, you got defensive end, left end, right end, and defensive tackle. I carry at least 3 to 4 defensive tackles on my team. I carry at least four, at least six defensive ends on my team. So if you really tally that up, that's what 12, 14 players at D line and another 12 to 14 players at offensive line. So that's why I really want to go that route. I definitely did this one first because I have wide receivers with crazy caps right now that I would love to see them, increase their caps. So limitless is definitely something that's worth it in my opinion. And that was just like a little tangent just there, right? We hop back over into the team, and we're just going with the guys that got history. Michael Williams and Demarion Burks, they're redshirt freshmen. Their careers haven't really started. Williams is a starter this year though. So my starting wide receivers are Jones, Williams, then Van Halen. I call him Van Halen because Van Halen the band. But Van Halen is our slot receiver, and I like Williams on the outside just because he does have the 95 speed. Um, and then Burks is our wide receiver four. Cager's completely capped out. Valerio's just a 99 speed kick return guy. Um, but yeah, coming in, coming in though, we got a 6'5" monster out here, 93 speed, man. And this guy's pretty decent as well, but he's got some crazy caps. So hopefully we can get those caps taken care of um, with the architect coach ability, right? Now I do redshirt just about every player, just because I've always had a decent roster, so I don't need to play freshmen. As far as tight ends go, Major Key, Raphael Key, this is our guy, man. And this is actually the highest overall I've seen a vertical threat tight end get in this game that I've had on my team. Because they're just capped out crazy. He was an All-American last year, I believe, or award winner. That's what that little trophy means beside the right under the O for Oregon. But yeah, man, it's pretty decent. 91 spec catch, 88 catching. Catching traffic is low at 79, which is very unfortunate, but it is what it is. He does qualify for silver cutter, and he's got silver 50-50. I have thrown up balls in the red zone to him. At 6'5", he comes down with them on a very consistent basis. I do like that. Um, but again, it's another guy that is completely capped out. That I wish I would have had the architect skill tree unlocked prior to this man capping out. It just would have been nice. So, unfortunately, he won't get any better than what he is, but he's also graduating after this playoff run. So, hopefully, we send him off right, send him over to the league as a first or second round draft pick, and reigning national champion. That'd be pretty dope. But that's Raphael Key. We do have another guy right here, Quan Putasi. Crazy name, crazy name. But he's elite dev, 4-star, and almost capped out. Not quite, but almost. Hopefully, in the off-season training, he's able to get some more, what do you call it, route running. So he's able to increase his caps. So hopefully he's able to increase one of these four things, here that he got caps on. So quickness, maybe he gets a little faster, right? Blocking, maybe that can get up to 80 because he's going to unlock an extra skill cap there. IQ, don't really care about that. For real. Don't care about that at all. Route running, hopefully he gets that last cap unlocked as well. So that's all wishing and hoping. Because, you know, again, he doesn't qualify for actually anything. He doesn't qualify for any abilities. And that's one of the unfortunate things about vertical threat tight ends in this game. You can have an elite dev 4-star tight end. He doesn't get shit. That's crazy. Right now we're rocking with this guy because we did have to redshirt him. We had to redshirt Putasi because I realized that, oh shit, once Key goes pro, then he would have been a senior and I would have only had 1 year with him um, as my best tight end. So I'm like, all right, yeah, because these guys that I brought in this season just weren't it, and they're probably getting cut. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna need at least one guy here, and then him as a backup just in case he gets hurt. So there's that. The rest of the offensive line goes as follows, man. We got this guy here who was a transfer. We brought him in for depth, um, and mainly just to keep that top 5 recruiting class, which is also it's just cool to be able to do that every single season. So we brought this guy in as a backup to Theo Lemur. We got this guy here who was in the same class as Theo Lemur, who just started out as a really low overall, but he has elite dev, and yeah, he can get so much better than what he is. It's crazy. He can get so much better. But we got another guy here, Thad Kuhn or Tad Kuhn, whatever. 4-star, star dev. I gave him the crop top because he's 6'8", 330 with a six pack. I just thought that was funny. We gotta swag your guys out, man. You gotta swag them out a little bit. He doesn't have crazy caps, but he can get stronger. So hopefully he gets up to like 95, 96 strength, which would get him the that strong grip ability being elite. Like he already currently qualifies for bronze. He just doesn't have it unlocked yet. Um, yeah. So I'm actually building up a power offensive line. That's my next goal. Like I said, I felt like the agile left tackle was a mistake. Um, so I got a pass protector here and a power guy here. So yeah, we'll see how that goes, man. Once Lemur graduates, we'll have his heir apparent already on the roster. It's either Fatu or Kun. Another Game of Thrones reference. Took us a while, but here we are. We got Aegon Targaryen the fourth. This is a 5-star athlete center with elite dev. This is probably the best overall um, offensive lineman we're gonna get. Right? It's probably the highest overall we're gonna get, just because his caps are just like non-existent. He's got like 4, actually 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So he can get faster. Right? Just imagine having an 85 speed left guard, which is wild. His run blocking is uncapped. He could get exponentially better, right? His power uncapped, even though he's already at 96 strength and 92 impact block. That's insanity. His pass blocking virtually uncapped, but he's already at 90 pass block finesse and 87 pass block power. This guy's one more season away from hitting 95 overall, bro. Like no bullshit. And I can't wait. He's already great. He had a game this season where he had 12 pancake blocks in one game. He's got good mental abilities, road dog, and winning time. Which that winning time thing, man, increased composure late in close games. Being able to run the ball in a close game is clutch. And then the physical abilities, he qualifies. He basically got everything he qualifies for actually, except gold quick step. So yeah, shout out to him. He started out as a 78 overall as a true freshman, right? 78 overall as a true freshman. He's up to a 90 as a sophomore. Red shirt, but you know, that's an insane jump. Now, he went from freshman to redshirt freshman year. He went from a 78 up to an 88, which is obviously a 10-point jump, and only up 2 points this past off season. But this past off season, he spent most of his points on unlocking abilities. So hopefully this upcoming season he spends it on actual attribute upgrades. Um, and and I hope he gets a couple more abilities as well. Upgrades those abilities as well. That'd be cool. But yeah, this is our another one of our 5 stars. So that's 3 5 stars so far in that first recruiting class that we brought in. Right? It's 3 5 stars, bro. A running back, uh, athlete center that we moved to left guard, and a agile left tackle. So yeah, man, we planned on running a bunch of inside zone early on. Ezra Simmons. This was a guy that was on the team. This is he was in that first That first class that I had when I took over the team. And he was also like a 75, 76 overall. Um, and he has elite dev as a 4 star. He went up massively. He upgraded a ton of his abilities. He's got platinum second level, which is dope. He qualifies, I'm sure, for platinum screen protector. He qualifies for silver outside shield, and not quite quick drop, but he's getting there, man. And he's pretty much uncapped in these things. So he's got one, two, three, four, five, six. He got 7 caps, and they're not in bad spots at all. He's uncapped and pass blocking, which is dope. Run blocking can't get much better, but and it's only costing him 4 skill points to get those upgrades. So yeah, man, he's another off season away from being elite as well. He's already at an 87 overall. Um, this is our backup center. Not the greatest. I believe this guy is going to eventually be our next starter after Simmons goes pro. Another handy dandy Game of Thrones reference, Samuel Tarley. If you didn't know, that's Jon Snow's best buddy from up there in the wall. He has lost his starting spot this year. He got it this year and he lost it this year. Um, and he was also in that first recruiting class that I had, man. 4 star, star dev. I did my thing in recruiting, man. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. But because he's capped here at power, it's unfortunate. He's never gonna get to 85 run block finesse, which is where you start to be elite in the game. Pass blocking is cool. Um, could be better, but it is what it is. And I feel like he's not the best option I have at right guard, and that's because of the 5 star that we have playing in that spot right now. And it's not at right guard. This guy Whitting, he's getting cut in the offseason. Same thing with Damon Wayne. Um, and this guy's it's so unfortunate. He was a 5 star, bro. 5 star recruit with normal dev and cap to high hell. Like, yeah, go play for fucking Western Michigan, bro. Um, but yeah, another guy that was a part of our first recruiting class. He was the starter this year as well, and he's not bad. Same thing with Samuel Tarley. Crazy thing that he's only normal dev, and he's almost completely capped out, but he is going to be elite in strength. Like he's probably going to be 97, 98 strength. He's going to be over 90 impact block, but everything else is capped out. And being 96 run block power is great, but this 69 pass block finesse as a tackle, I can't have it, bro. I can't have it. You know, I realized early on that he's gonna lose to finesse rushers every single time. Got it. He can't play here. Not on a consistent basis, man. But as a sixth offensive lineman, yeah, you can get in. You can get in and play. But he's pretty good. Pretty good. He's gonna stay on the team. He is likely gonna maybe cap out at 90 overall and get drafted, which is gonna trickle down to the rest of the team and make some other guys better. Because if he gets drafted top 3 rounds, then everybody else that's at right tackle is gonna get a boost. Like this guy here, who's gonna be a right tackle for the rest of his career, and he's another 5 star, man. Another 5 star. Yeah, Gore getting drafted is gonna make him better, and eventually be able to be a starter down the line. But in the meantime, this is gonna be our starting right tackle, Nick Toll, 6'8", 292-pound, elite dev with very little caps. He's got 5 caps, bro. He's got 5 caps. He's also going to hit that 95 to 96 strength. Impact block is going to be well over 90. Run block is going to be great. And then his pass block is uncapped. That's why this guy is starting, right? He's got higher pass block finesse, which isn't great right now, but I know he's going to be better, so I wanted him to play and get more XP in the meantime. Everything else being uncapped, like IQ and footwork, who cares? His acceleration can get better as well at 77 already, so he's going to hit like anywhere between 80 to 85. Um, this is going to be overall a better offensive lineman option than Gore here at right tackle. So even though Gore is 5 more overall, we're going to go with that guy. Now, our starting right guard in the place of Samuel Tarley is going to be Marquise Cash. Love the name, by the way. But guess what he is? A 5-star. 5-star with star dev, 343 pounder, bro. I had to find a way to get him on the field, man. I had to find a way to get him on the field. This past game where we played against Ohio State, he had 8 pancake blocks, brother. 8 of them things. He's got elite run block power. He's gonna get better. He's got pass block already at 93 pass block power. Basically, if you have a power rusher defensive tackle, if they don't have 93 pass block, 93 power move or better, they're not getting past this guy. They're not getting past him, bro. Like I said, he's uncapped for power, so he's gonna be strong as an ox. His IQ is gonna get better. He's got 81 acceleration at guard, which is crazy. 76 agility at guard. Um, and then he's as far as the abilities go, like I said, in another season of training, he's gonna get better in just about everything. Right? He's gonna qualify for everything. Ground and pound is what I'm most excited about. Not gonna lie. He already qualifies for silver. Another off season, he's gonna be, maybe gold, maybe platinum. Who knows? But the possibilities are endless with this guy, man. Love to see it. Love to see it. And again, that's just another 5-star on the offensive line. So if you go through the rest of our offensive line, we got one, two. This guy, he's technically 3, but he's normal dev. He's capped out the hell. So that's 3. I want to say, was Simmons a 5-star? He's a 4-star, but elite dev though. Um, Targaryen 5-star, so that's 4 5-stars so far. I want to say this guy was a 4 as well. Yeah, 4 5-stars, and then we have Lemur, which is a 5-star. So that's 5 5-star offensive linemen on this team. Coon, were you a 5-star, brother? 4. Yeah. So there we go. 5 5-stars on the offensive line. And that's just the offense, man. That's just the offense. So we got our 5-star wide receiver here in Ezekiel. We got our 5-star running back in Baratheon. 5 stars at left tackle, left guard, right guard technically, and then right tackle, which is playing right guard. So on to the defense, man. On to the defense. We got our guy, Stephen Woodhead. This is going to be the Heisman Trophy winner. I saved this for a reason, man. If you're watching this video this late into this video, bro, shout out to you. Drop a like and all that good shit, right? But maybe in a future video, I will drop the how-to on how to absolutely, positively dominate with an edge rusher for 28 fucking sacks, bro. Yeah, man. 82 tackles, 45 TFLs, 28 sacks. Pass deflection, 2 fumbles, 1 fumble recovery, and a safety. And this is his second year starting, man. Crazy. This is one of those guys that was already on the team when I got here. I want to say this is from the very first recruiting class. Yeah. So we were in season 6. So yes, this is his 5th year. So he was in the very first recruiting class for this league. Man, oh man. 4-star elite dev. He ain't even capped out yet, brother. He ain't even capped out yet. Unfortunately, he didn't get to elite abilities and everything, but he qualifies for at least gold quick jump and silver duress. But man, it's been fun playing with this guy. 28 sacks on the season as well. That is an NCAA record. I want to say it was previously held by Terrell Suggs at one point. I think. Shout out to Haloti Nada, his teammate Terrell Suggs. Javonte Mims was a 5-star defensive lineman. This is the guy where I learned that you can't just move people around to different positions and then move them back. Like I actually moved this guy to outside linebacker, and he had 90 acceleration before I moved him, and now he does not. He's got 84 acceleration now. It's unfortunate, man. He's got 87 speed, but 84 excel. I kind of fucked him up because he was actually a power rusher, but when I moved him back to D-line, he was a run stopper, and I was like, damn, kind of screwed. But he plays. He does his job very well. He's an inside stuff guy. He's got 9 TFLs, 3 sacks. Very underwhelming for a 5-star defensive end. But again, I kind of messed him up. But We got Brady McElwain coming up in the ranks, man. This was our part of our last recruiting class. Not this past season, but the one before that. A five-star elite defensive end that is going to be an absolute monster. You know what I'm saying? Power moves is barely capped. By the time this next season hits or this next off-season training hits, I will have um, the architect second tier unlocked for defensive line, and he's going to be uncapped for power moves, hopefully. Even if not power moves, power, or if not that, run stopping. I don't care. Wherever you increase this shit, just increase it, brother. So you can be uncapped, basically. And it's one of the things that people, I guess, maybe aren't looking at so much in this game is that you can come to these guys' traits in here. You can see what traits they have. So like high motor, bull rush, and swim move. Oof, that's the elite. That's the elite role right there, bro. Not gonna lie. And he's gonna be 90 plus strength as well, coming around the edge, just collapsing pockets. Um, Steve Sauer as well. I think he was a 4-star, but he's also elite dev. There you go. From Monticello, Arkansas. Um, Also very little caps. He's got 6 caps on him. Quickness being capped doesn't scare me as much for a power rusher, because their stuff is more in the power moves, and then the power. So yeah, not mad at those 2 caps right there. He should grade out really really well. Um, so yeah, Brady McElwain, the future, and then Steve Sauer, whatever, however you pronounce that shit, should be should be pretty decent as well. Paris Mage might not be bad, but he also might not be really good. But we shall see. Time will tell. If he can get to gold or silver, quick jump, that'd be great. But he's got uncapped, almost uncapped finesse moves, which is great for him. Power can be increased, man. It's not good right now, but and then run stopping as well. Only 65 block shit. He's not going to see the field anytime soon. Maybe not even until his junior year, junior redshirt year. So you gotta wait 4 years to play, buddy. Unless you're gonna go play at fucking Arkansas State or some shit. Who knows? Jason Mundy. This is our guy, man. This is our QB spy. This is our QB spy slash I'm sending 6 and you're blocking 5 guy that's gonna get in. He was an off-ball linebacker. Athlete middle linebackers are the best in this game. They are the guys that are going to have that elite speed, elite acceleration. He doesn't have the best finesse move, but because he's only been playing D line for 2 seasons now, but he is coming right along. So if we take a look at his finesse moves, is not going to get much better, but he can increase his power move, which is great. Um, all that good stuff. Like this being capped, I don't mind it, bro. You know why? Because he is literally a speed demon. If we take a look at his ratings down here, I just went completely away from what I needed to go to. But yeah, 95 speed, 95 acceleration at 240 pounds is wild. Block shedding being low, that's fine. He's a pass rush specialist slash, oh, you want to run with your quarterback? That's going to be our spy. So, 15 and a half sacks last season, interception, 14 sacks this season so far. He's got 2 forced fumbles this year as well. So, yeah, man. Can't go wrong with that, bro. Um, yeah, if you can recruit a athlete middle linebacker, definitely do that because they can play everywhere. Dion Madu, this is our guy as well, man. This guy, elite dev, 4-star. He 91 finesse move already as a red shirt sophomore. That's wild. Now I don't think he's gonna get much better than that. So, well, he can't get much better than that unless the cap increases with the ability that the coach tree ability that we're gonna unlock soon. Um, but yeah, man, I'm hoping that he can get this quickness upgrade. That would be so clutch, bro. If he can get to quick jump, oh man, that would be elite. Because all this other stuff is just gonna fall in line. He's gonna get uncapped in power moves, uncapped in power. It's already 99 strength, bro. That's insanity. It's absolute insanity. Block shedding could use some work, but as a pass rush specialist, who cares, brother? Who cares? He's got a couple of stats as well. I know he recovered a fumble this past game, so he's got 2 fumble recoveries on the season. Um, there it is. Just recovered one versus Ohio State. That was his only stat, but yeah. Having an elite pass rushers, bro, all over the place is just wild. This guy's a run stopper, so there's nothing really to talk about here. He plays on first and second downs. Defensive tackles, man, oh man. Even though this guy's our highest rated D tackle, he's not the guy, bro. And this guy also might get cut this season as well. Go play in Hawaii, bro. Because his stat caps are insane. But because he's a higher overall, and I wanted to redshirt my other D tackles that I got coming in, I just kept him on the roster because you know you're just a body for now. But we got this guy here, Juwan Jordan, who's 330 plus pounds. Reminds you of Haloti Nada. Um, he's got some pretty bad stat caps. Like, you know, being capped in power is really unfortunate, but his run stopping is uncapped. And it's one of those things that you only need three to upgrade. So he's going to be likely 90 plus block shed by the end of it. Power move is just going to get better as well. Finesse move, but who cares? Um, this is where he makes all the meat and potatoes. Once that run stopping category being uncapped, bro, means that he's just gonna be able to unlock all of this stuff, inside disruptor, outside disruptor, and just be a menace on the interior of the D line, bro. So yeah, that's another 5 star. Our guy right here, Dustin Westbrook. Guess what he is? Another 5 star, elite dev, already an 81 overall as a true freshman. It took everything in me to not play this guy early. Um, it took everything in me, bro. Not gonna lie. Um, man, like this power being almost uncapped is crazy. At 93 strength, he's probably gonna be anywhere from 96 to 97 strength in a season or two. Um, maybe only get up to like 88, 89 block shed, if that. But his power moves is gonna get better. His finesse moves is gonna get better. Quickness, 80, 83 acceleration already is wild. This man might end up with goddamn 90 acceleration and 82 speed as a 295-pound D tackle, dog. Crazy work. Crazy work, man. And we got another 5 star defensive tackle, Lester Hawkins. So the interior of our D line is set for life. Until the release of College Football 2026, we don't need to recruit another defensive lineman, bro. This guy's uncapped in run stopping, almost uncapped in strength. He's already at 94 strength. So again, just the same as with the last guy, he's just going to be an elite menace on the interior of the D line, man. So just these three guys alone, Jordan, Westbrook, and Hawkins on the interior, and then we got the edge guys or tweener like 4-3 DNs in Madu, and then we got 5 star in McElwain and then Sauer. Pretty much set for life, bro. Pretty much set for life. And then we get to linebackers, man. Now this guy's been here. He was on my first class as a power rusher, and he just hasn't developed into anything special. He does have silver quick jump, which is cool. Rashard Dillard. That's a hell of a name. I ain't gonna lie, Rashard Dillard. That's just cool. And I didn't touch that name, by the way. That's his name. Um, Now this guy does have some interesting stat caps. But he is a pass coverage outside backer. He's an off-ball linebacker. I considered moving him to D line and as a finesse rusher, but at the end of the day, I do need to keep a stable of off-ball linebackers, right? I do have 3 coming in this season, but I don't want to be in a situation where I was this past draft class or recruiting class where I bring in a guy like this bum who was gonna be cut and gonna be playing for goddamn East West Washington. I don't know, Gig Harbor, Washington. Go back to high school and play, brother. Because normal David as a 3 star sucks balls, and these stat caps are terrible, bro. It's not gonna get better in run stopping or power as an off-ball run stopping linebacker. No thanks. Um, but yeah, we got our guy right here. This is the number 1 recruit in Oregon, and this is something I started doing with this team, and I'm now doing it with my other team as well. Is I'm taking whatever I'm Oregon in this league, obviously in the other league I'm Florida State. Whatever the top player in that state is, that's who I'm targeting at the top of my list. I want to make sure that I'm keeping a pipeline for guys in my backyard. So this is the product of that. Fitel Nye. This is going to be our guy in a season or two, man. So He's got pretty decent caps. Fortunately for him, as an inside linebacker, his majorly capped category is pass rush. Perfectly fine with that, bro. Perfectly fine with that because his power is almost uncapped. His IQ is uncapped. So hopefully he gets up to like 90, 95 awareness and play rate. That'd be pretty dope. His run stopping can get better as well, but it does have a cap there, which is unfortunate. But 92 speed linebackers, man, are not hard. I mean, not easy to come by. So yeah, shout out to him. He should be able to hit most of these abilities except for robber, I believe, because you need to change the direction for that, and he's not going to get better there. So it is what it is, but that's cool. Um, Now this guy, Jeff Strong, is another one of those guys that were in my first recruiting class, and I love releasing him, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I love blitzing this guy at 94 speed, getting him around the edge, getting him right at the middle. It's nasty work, bro. Nasty work, brother. Um, he's a little short at 5'11", but he makes up for that in like pure speed. Like he can get faster. That's what's crazy. Decent caps, nothing too crazy. Only 59 block share. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. He's got 88 hit power, so he's bringing the wood. He's got robber, so increased movement and coverage. He's got another cap there, so another spot there, so he can actually get better and actually get silver robber, which is going to be pretty dope. He's going to get at least bronze, maybe silver knockout this offseason. He's going to get at least silver to gold house call. Bouncer should be able to get a little higher as well. So he should be able to get every single ability um, for his position, linebacker position, which is pretty dope. And again, if we come over here to his stats, and then we L1 or L2 up to traits, it's got that big hitter trait, bruh. It's got big hitter with 88 hit power, strip ball, high motor, balance play ball. This is an elite linebacker. Only thing is he's 5'11", man. That's the only thing. He's 5'11". But Brian Vera was here when I got the team, um, and I played him as a true freshman, bro. I did. Played him as a true freshman. I was like, oh man, an 88 speed linebacker, can't wait to use him. And I played him every year, every game. Um, so much so that he had a career high in tackles last season, but he's got a career high in TFLs this season with 3.5 sacks and also 2 picks, 2 pass deflections, forced fumble, 2 fumble recoveries, and a touchdown, baby. It's a pretty damn good season, man. It's a pretty good season. He's going pro this year. Hopefully, he gets drafted top 3 rounds so that he can then make Strong and Nye better. Um, once he gets drafted, he makes these guys better. So there's that. Right outside linebacker. Man, this is a guy that was on the cut list, bro. Not gonna lie, he was on the cut list, and then I realized that holy shit, he has elite dev because he was one of those like 71 overall linebackers. And I was like, man, who the hell? All right, bro. I guess you can stick around, because he was 91 speed. And then I, actually looked at his player card. I'm like, holy shit, he can get so much better than what he is. He's elite dev, he's a 4-star, and he has become a really good off-ball linebacker, man. Hopefully he doesn't go pro this year because I could use him next season. Because next season I'll have, as off-ball linebackers goes, I will have Dillard, who's not quite ready yet. Um, I'll have Strong and Nye, who's also not quite ready yet. So even though these guys are pretty decent overalls, I would love to keep this guy on the field um, as a redshirt senior. Hopefully, like I said, like he comes back because that 92 zone coverage comes in handy, bro. 96 jumping as well. 77 man, 74 catching, like all great abilities, all great numbers, and his awareness and play rate can get higher. It's uncapped. His power is uncapped. Like, like this prime candidate to move to goddamn D line, bro, and just be a menace. But yeah, we're not gonna do that, man. He's got 94 power move. He's got 94 power move, 82 finesse move, dog. Like that's insane. But his block shed is only 61. That's unfortunate, but yeah. So let's see here. Got that winning time ability. So he already qualifies for silver house call. I'm pretty sure he could get platinum knockout. Like, let's be real here. He's not going to be able to get bouncer. He's not going to be able to get hammer. Wrap up, he might be able to get that, but yeah. Holy shit, we're running low up to an hour right now. Man. All right, let's get through this quick, man. Bobby Boucher, the black Bobby Boucher. This is another 5-star we brought in this season, and I felt the need to play him, man. I was like, this guy's got to play. As a 5-star with platinum quick jump, it's no way he wasn't going to see the field as a freshman. There's no way he wasn't going to see the field. He's got 12 sacks, 25 TFLs on 33 tackles. Everything he does is in the backfield, bruh. Everything he does is in the backfield. You got a forced fumble, a fumble recovery here as well with 2 pass deflections. 5-star, elite dev, big hitter, bull rush, high motor, all that good stuff, right? This guy is going to be the next coming of Terrell Suggs, bro. Star dev, I thought he was elite, but you know, star dev is good enough. It's good enough. His caps aren't too crazy. He's got what 6, 7, 8. He's got 10, but his pass rush moves are almost uncapped. His power is almost uncapped. Run stopping is uncapped. Who cares that he can't get better than 82, 80, 83 speed? Just what he's going to do to that left tackle or right tackle, we ain't worried about that. We ain't worried about that. We'll get to that QB. A bunch of these were mistakes here. These guys are both getting cut. Not gonna lie. Dean Ham is actually better than Tony Candidate. I just redshirted him just because I knew he wasn't going to see the field this year. And I was like, might as well get an extra year of eligibility so you can get better. But yeah, DBs, not the greatest. This guy was brought in as a transfer as a 99 speed guy, 99 change of direction, and 97 acceleration. So, you know, 91 man coverage as well. This is a guy that we just play zone with, obviously. And then we let these other guys run free in man coverage. So there's that. We got some dogs coming in this next draft class as well. Samuel's likely getting cut. We're most likely going to be keeping Elijah Brown, though. Samuel's got some shitty caps, so it is what it is. This has been my favorite player on this team the entire time I've had him. And it's very unfortunate, and I learned something with him, is that hybrid safeties do not progress in this game. They just don't. The requirements for an upgrade is insane. You need 8 points to upgrade awareness. You need 9 points to upgrade coverage. He's been 77 zone and 82 man for 4 seasons, bruh. It's wild. They just don't progress. It is what it is. But Manny Ramirez, the mustache man, has been one of my favorites. He's been our slot corner and our big nickel for 4 seasons, man. 8 interceptions his first year, 2 the year after that, and then 4 the year after that, 6 this year. He's got a total of 12 sacks as well. So, yeah, he's been fun. 6'4 safety. Kind of reminds me of Kyle Hamilton. That's why I played him. We got a guy right here, Nick Valerian, who's going to be going to cornerback this next season, man. Not going to lie. Just because the hybrid safeties, again, do not progress well. We got some dogs right here that's going to be playing safety for us next year, a little rotation. Big plays for zone, and then our run support guy, you know, when we're playing against heavy run teams. We got another guy coming in, that's a run stopper as well. But we got our guy here, our freshman, PJ Washington, 93 speed safety. Pretty damn good. And then we got our guy right here, Rodney Mokofisi. Crazy name. But he was a actual wide receiver that we converted over to safety. And that was only because we had too many wide receivers and not enough safeties at the time. So he's been sitting over here as a safety and just progressing to high hell. He's got 91 zone coverage, 84 awareness, 80 play rec. Run support ain't that great. Man coverage ain't great at all, but he gets the job done. I mean, he's got platinum layout. He's got house call, robber, knockout, all the good stuff, man. So that is the squadron. That is what we've done with this team. And we are coming up on 60 minutes, which is crazy. I've been sitting here doing this and talking about this team for an hour. Kickers are cool. Kickers are people too. Got Carl Dragos. He's got clutch kicker. And I've been looking for this ever since. Not going to lie. Right? If you look at his mental ability for kickers, clutch kicker, easier accuracy timing on late field goals. Fourth quarter, his kick meter goes so slow. It's clutch. As evidenced by the name Clutch Kicker. But yeah, man, that's the video. If you liked the video, like the video. If you didn't, be sure to dislike it, leave some hateful comments, and unsubscribe. Thanks for watching. I'm out.